It's Ketchup Packets.
Hey everybody, I'm Nate.
I'm Lewis.
I'm Sean.
And this is Ketchup Packets. Today we're watching Season 3, Episode 10 of Yellowjackets called Full Circle.
It's the season finale.
Mm-hmm.
And with a title like that, and the title of the episode before this, which was How the Story Ends.
Right.
Is this the end of the show?
This does kind of have that feeling.
Yeah.
It can't possibly be
No,
over.
that doesn't make any sense, but I mean, they'd have to cram a lot in here if they were going to do all the stuff that we wanted to see after they get rescued.
Well, that clearly would not be happening if they're ending here, you know? We have to wrap up the wilderness still but I don't know. I don't know the status of the show's renewal for season 4.
Yeah.
But
They might be future-proofing themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, let's tie it off. And...
just in case this is all they get to do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Well, what happened last time on Yellowjackets, guys?
Episode, winter started.
Yes.
Yeah.
Or did it?
It did.
It did. Okay. All right.
It began to snow.
Okay, fine.
Misty has the antenna from the transponder.
That's right.
That she's going to put on the satellite phone to use it. But in doing that, revealed to Natalie that she has the transponder.
She has the transponder. Oh,
so
God.
all that will need to be settled.
So do you go get that with someone else with you?
Knowing,
do you, if it's you, and you know that you know where the transponder is, and that there's an antenna that you can put on the phone to save everybody, but then it would also reveal that
She didn't reveal it on purpose. Natalie followed her out there.
I know. Yeah, but would you be like, guys, I have a confession to make. I know where we can get an antenna for this phone and get us all out of here. But
I mean, well, because Misty's not actually part of the team that wanted to go home, right? She was part of Shauna's team and then undercover on the team to go home. So
that's right.
Yeah.
How does that all work? I mean, did she change her mind by seeing Hannah kill Cody or what? I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
Hannah killed Cody.
Because with Cody, with Cody gone, there's not the door is no longer open.
Nobody knows how to get out anymore. You know,
Yeah.
Hannah doesn't know where they are, so they are equally lost now.
They could have just gone home.
Yeah, it's really. And Travis tried to, pit Lottie over it, but the wilderness magic saved her on the sticks.
Yeah. Or, structural integrity. But that's neither here nor there, is it?
Yes. And then we have the present timeline where Melissa killed Van.
Yes.
And ran away. And they're still in Melissa's house.
They're still in Melissa's house. There's a dead van there.
Yeah.
What are they doing?
I have no idea.
Get it.
But there were some speculations that Melissa could have killed Van because we were also shown in the past last time that Ty and Van were talking about rigging the card draws for the sacrifices.
That's right.
Yeah.
So if that information comes to light at some point, then Melissa could, maybe Jen or somebody close to Melissa dies as a result of that, and she knows that, and so hasn't forgiven them, and is you're just a murderer in my eyes. I don't care how long it's been.
Right. Totally.
So that's because we were like, Van's the most innocent. Why would you do it to her? But it's they have long-standing grudges against one another.
Totally.
So
I think past Van is totally capable of doing something like. I considered her pretty innocent before, but I've watched her slowly change and become more complicit.
She does seem to be one of the ones in the future who's done the most healing, but in the past she is one of the most feral of the girls.
Right.
She gets a lot of bloodlust.
Which in my mind,
Okay.
Makes her like the most, like one of the most dangerous ones. If you're like able to just be like, well, that's behind me, and it's like, don't you know what you did?
Right. Well, and also it seemed like Ty was repeatedly able to kind of pull on that impulse within her, you know. So it wasn't totally like gone. She had just learned to not listen to it.
Right.
Yeah.
But the winter's here. They're gonna see if those huts are really gonna cut it. So.
Oh my God.
Should we check out the season finale?
Let's jump in. We have a Patreon. You can check it out in the link below. We got full-length reactions over there. You got movie polls. You can help us decide what to watch. So check that out if you want to, or don't. Let's watch Yellowjackets.
Pa!
Okay.
We've got our suits on already.
Get your hands off of that check.
Why are they wearing those things?
Telling me this is all your fault. No, I just believe me. Wish I could do it.
Yeah, I mean, you all, once you know this, you
How do
Misty,
they?
right?
Well, yeah, this is the third person of how do they get out of here alive? Lottie, Shauna, and now Misty. Like, how will we let this person? You know.
Are you okay?
Don't fucking talk to me.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
Everyone back to bed.
I'm just
So
so
the
glad we
master-
have arrived at this phase of the story, though.
Right. Holy shit.
Yeesh.
Is this afterwards? Oh no, it's.
What?
It's time to meet her.
What now?
Yeah, okay, wait. Is this her, like, death journey? Like,
I guess
van in
so.
the plane and stuff?
These tunnels.
Yeah. So there was the tunnels under the hotel where Lottie died?
Are you there?
What?
I'm so glad we're at this phase of the story.
Do we have dead Van?
Van's in the van.
We're gonna bury her.
In the middle of the woods. It's what you would have wanted. I know they're, like, using the music to try and make me feel bad for Ty in this moment. I can't.
Ty is entirely responsible for Van's involvement in all this.
Exactly.
nonsense.
Without
Leave her at her video store.
Yeah.
I'm gonna remember all of it.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, we're stabbing Van's body?
She's gonna eat a piece. Oh, fuck me. Is this her heart?
Liver something?
Liver, yeah, you might be right.
It's a cannibalism show.
Even if you've done it a bunch before, like, are you okay just doing that? Like, you know...
She's very upset.
Would make I guess.
Question for you.
God.
This is my school.
Yeah, I know. That's
Callie killed Lottie. That's what she found on Walter's phone.
Something's been just vexing me. Why is this photo of you on Lottie's phone?
Well, she is wearing the necklace in that picture.
Mothers and daughters share mitochondrial DNA. And apparently
Also-
homicidal tendencies.
Like half their DNA.
Right.
Yeah, right.
I swear I didn't mean to kill her. It was an accident.
Ha ha, she did.
You will feel a whole lot better once you get this off your chest.
It all started with that tape.
Wait, so she got the letter, that means. Does she have the letter? I want to know about the
Yeah.
letter.
Lottie had to have taken it. And she told me that she was staying with her dad in the city.
Wait, so Lottie took it?
Look, I really only came because you stole my tape.
This tape?
Well, I guess there's evidence of her murder specifically.
Right, yeah.
I will tell you anything you want. Does she just not love me?
That's not what I meant. I wanted to tell you about my misdeeds.
Then I look into her eyes and
Oh, you know what it is.
if I did, I wouldn't be asking.
It's it.
Oh, God.
The first moment I met you holding that gun, and when you drugged Misty, that was it.
No, I
So
just have had a...
the compulsion to hurt other people. That's what it is.
Yeah, I guess.
It took our baby.
It's not your baby, Lottie.
Yeah,
It never
yeah.
was.
Stop it, you were freaking me out.
You're just like her, but more.
Oh, I didn't mean to kill her. Oh, yeah, so she just shoved her out of anger and didn't realize that it was a... Oh, yeah, it's a big
Oh, yeah.
staircase.
Yeah.
That'll definitely do it.
Say something.
Oh, so now Jeff knows. God, this poor man.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Kill someone.
No,
It was an accident. Yeah.
I'm sorry that I didn't protect you from her.
I'm so glad that Jeff sees...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now everything did die.
Yep.
It's unhappy with us.
Why are we listening to Lottie?
Yeah.
It's not a real sacrifice unless we cherish it.
Okay.
This is where Hannah goes.
Yeah, they're gonna do a hunt.
We'll draw in the morning.
She's such a tyrant. She
Yeah,
like
she's
wanted
so
to be the
horrible,
leader
yeah.
for so long just so she could rule with an iron fist, you know?
Our job is still to keep each other safe.
Why didn't you go
From
home?
our own ritual?
Yeah.
If you or I die tomorrow, are we really going to be congratulating ourselves for having played fair and followed the rules?
You could just not do it at all.
You could give
No, they
it to
can't.
Shauna.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
They should give it to Shauna. Ooh. Shauna saw that.
Oh, does Lottie want the queen?
Shauna, we don't need to take any extra risk.
I trust whatever it wills.
Finally.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
It's so much fun when it's not you, isn't it?
11.
Once they're gleeful about this process,
Yeah.
it should no longer be participated in.
Did Caligula die?
I don't know.
I feel like they were gone for a while.
What did you do to my family?
Oh, what? You think Misty did something?
They're gone. They checked out.
Oh, she's just cleaning everything. That's why she took
Never
the side.
Shauna's fault.
Your daughter murdered Lottie. It explains the DNA evidence, and moreover, she confessed to it, so.
Wait, she confessed?
What about the letter that came with the tape? Oh, she's gonna use her windbreaker as a diversion of some kind?
Or recognize that it's making her easy to... It's a visually
Yeah.
distinctive, yeah.
There'll be a bunch of these hunts, you know, like this can't be the end of the story.
Yeah. Also, like,
Is she Pit Girl? That's the Pit Girl outfit.
These might not even be her tracks. Why would you say that? What is your problem? Maybe you're trying to let her get away.
get away where?
Do not fucking lie to me, Ty. If you know what's good for you, you'll back up.
Maybe if the wilderness picked one of you, the entire story could just be better.
Split timelines. Come on, have something happen that's impossible.
How long does a hunt go before it's like... So does she never get to return to camp? If she ever returns to camp again, then...
I'm not sure.
Does the wilderness choose if
This
she
is the
frees-
first, like, official one we've done since the Javi one, where it all just kind of worked out, you know?
Ty, you need to come quick. Van's hurt. What? How? Her ankle.
What?
She wants to separate us. You're being paranoid. No, I'm not.
What?
Fine. Just go.
Ugh.
Go.
Like, Shauna, we're all, like, stuck out here together. Like, can you ever just, like, be, like, chill for, like, a second?
No,
No,
they're
because
be like a
Shauna's incapable of conceiving that anybody thinks differently than her.
Yeah. She's a devious psycho, so she
She
thinks
is
they
the
all-
smartest person in the room, but
Whoa!
everybody else thinks the same way.
All I want is to get out of here.
I don't know, you trust her? Like, do you believe her?
Lottie, what are you doing in here?
Aren't any of them...
Have hurt to do what you did. I might have an idea.
Wait, what? So she killed the animals? Why?
What?
You made me believe
So that they could have a hunt. So that they could kill Shauna.
you did. See things.
I think that this is all your fault.
This place is in us now.
Stop saying that kind of stuff.
The ravine is that way.
Yeah, snow. I just keep getting turned around.
What is Jen? Yeah, what is happening?
Looking for you. Why? What the hell is going on?
Nothing.
Well, what did I miss?
Oh, you didn't think of that?
Mari's my friend.
Oh,
He's trying to
they're
get her
trying to
home.
save. Yeah.
There we go. That's a scary mask, dude. The tights.
You see where we are? You've been here already, Mari. You could let it be different.
Oh my God, fuck off!
Is it gonna be the pit?
So, Travis just made that pit for Lottie.
Yeah, there it is. That's her. Mari is the pit girl.
It wasn't even like a trap for this purpose. It was just he just made it to get Lottie and then left it there.
And the wilderness chose.
Yeah.
Melissa, of course. She can't do it.
You have to do it. Once you start doing it, you have to do it.
She keeps her journals in a place where her husband can find them. She murders her.
Yeah, this is Shauna's fault. Most of this is Shauna's fault.
It's her fault that Natalie is dead too.
Is this Melissa that she's talking to, do you think? No.
I don't want that. Do you?
Misty.
I definitively do not.
Is Melissa just gone, do you think? And what about the letter she referenced that she put with that tape?
We've got a feast to prepare.
Whoa, yeah, it's all the beginning stuff. We saw that shot. They're doing all the shots. So that means that there are more than 8 people alive when they eat this feast.
Prepare her for tonight.
Also, like...
And when it's done, bring me her hair.
I know they're crazy, but they had a bunch of dead livestock, and they went to...
Yeah, it's frozen.
The letter. There we go.
Yeah.
Well, it fell out when she opened it and she never noticed it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Jeff surprised her.
Can't.
I said not even for a second.
Oh, Shauna, are you crazy?
I've tried for years to understand why it seemed like I couldn't remember so much of it.
You had journals.
We recognize that we were having so much fun. That's the terrible truth we left.
Yeah, they loved it.
Buried.
That's why they didn't want to go home.
I was talking about the glee, like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
The point of this is that it's.
She's the Antler Queen.
Yeah.
Oh my God! It's Shauna.
That makes sense.
Is this the last episode of Yellow Jackets? It really seems like it.
It does seem like it.
I was a fucking queen.
Huh.
It's time to start taking it back.
So she's gonna just, what, become a full Antler Queen in the modern day civilization?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, sure.
How do you be an Antler Queen in New Jersey?
Hey, Natalie.
Oh!
I want to believe that you.
That's not Natalie. Double cross.
Yeah, that's Hannah.
Really? I'm talking to you. Hannah. Where the fuck is Natalie?
So that's why Misty smiles when she puts on her glasses.
Natalie's off climbing the mountains to get the signal.
I want like at least like another like 6-episode run of like after they get rescued.
We
like
need
some
just
sort
a full
of connection.
season, you know?
Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me?
That's somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, they made contact. That cannot be the end. It cannot be over there because we need to see like them making the pact of silence and all that, and we need to see like how long it's. So, is that to imply that everyone who's still alive goes back? The 2 girls with no name? No, because Hannah they killed. They said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It can't be over.
No, they're gonna kill Hannah like right now though.
Yeah.
Shauna's gonna kill Hannah like right.
You think
like,
so
right
for betraying her?
Yeah.
For double crossing her to get home? Yeah. Yeah, but wow. So that, I mean, assuming they get renewed and get to go forward, that's quite a satisfying season finale.
It is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. No, that episode was like there was twists, turns. It was fast. It was engaging. It was the best episode of the season.
I would say.
Yeah, probably. You know, maybe like Croak was pretty good. That's
why there was like a little hesitation there because Croak was really good.
Yeah. This back half was immensely better than the first half of season 3, which having come off of a rocky season 2, the first half of season 3 really had me being like, oh man, they've failed to pull it out. We are just in a downward spiral. So
yeah, this is kind of why I'm like, I just want, like you said, another full season, and I'm like, I think like the writers have like struggled to find enough stuff to put in there where we're not going like, well, what's the point of this now? That didn't make any. We didn't need any of that.
Sure, but there is so much. Not to use a metaphor that is gross for this show, but there's so much meat to sink our teeth into at this point.
There is, but there's also like so much because good episode. But remember, Lottie, we followed Lottie's ghost
down to that hallway for a second.
And then realized, oh, that hallway is the tunnels.
Yeah, why were they? What? Oh, because it was. I mean, yeah, tying us back to her saying that Callie is the child of the wilderness or something.
Yeah,
that's dumb.
Mm-hmm. On the other hand, yeah,
it wasn't perfect, but no. But in terms of there being so much meat for them to sink their teeth into for a season 4, though, we've got like. Okay, so Natalie made contact, but we have to see how long it takes for that to arrive, and just that whole process, them getting actually rescued in the wilderness, cleaning up because they know people are coming, maybe, it's there's all that stuff to do, and then getting back, and then the immediate contact again with home and parents, and all that juicy stuff to do for the young timeline. The old timeline, we have plenty to get to now as well, because... I mean, Shauna was writing a thing about how, like, she's decided to go feral in the modern day or something like that. But also,
killing spree.
Callie and Jeff should, like, turn her into the cops or something. Or, do something else to start working against Shauna. And that's interesting.
I feel like, a season that, primarily in the adult timeline takes place in court would be super interesting, actually.
I have forever wanted a TV show that's about a criminal to end that way, where like they just get busted and the entire final season is their prosecution. There is one show I watched that has sort of done that, and I don't even want to spoil what show it is because it's interesting, but like, shows like Breaking Bad or Dexter or things like that, I have always wanted the person to wind up just having to have their crimes listed for them in a courtroom, and I've never seen that done, so it would be fun for somebody to like,
take Shauna and
let's get
all of them.
I mean, Melissa didn't show up. Let's say she just decides, I'm gonna come clean because of this guilt I was experiencing anyway. I'm testifying.
Yeah.
Everything that happened. So that could be great. I don't know.
Yeah. Or do we see Melissa and Shauna duking it out to become the Antler Queen of Cannibal, New Jersey?
Sure. Melissa, I thought, what about her family? What about, and her wife?
Her family?
Her wife is Hannah's daughter. We have to, that is not something you can just drop in and be like, okay, bye-bye.
That's so weird to do that, and then just, that's it. That's all we get about that.
I mean, it was a way to misdirect the mystery of being like, oh, the dad tape, it's gotta be from those people. It's like, oh no, it's Melissa, so yeah.
No, but that's not good enough, though. They don't even have it be that in the first place.
So that's the thing, is we need season 4, and hopefully it could potentially be the juiciest season of Yellow Jackets, because if they know they're driving at the end, there wouldn't have to be any more stuff they introduce that then winds up not really being anything. Because we have Lottie's cult, we have Walter was watching Thaisa and Misty at the end there. Yeah. Walter's been on this show for 2 seasons and is doing what?
Yeah.
Why is Elijah Wood on the show?
Right, exactly. Yeah. I mean, I'm not complaining that he is. I love Elijah Wood, but what is it? He's being underutilized massively.
What is the story they're writing that takes place in the 2020s? It's
and I get. So I'm also kind of curious. Still, I still haven't. The one transformation from the child timeline to the adult timeline that I still am not quite understanding how she got there is Misty. She is not. Still not clever. Child Misty is not, this is the one sneaky kind of thing that she's kind of done, is, kind of do this little thing. But now she's, a subterfuge, mastermind.
Well, she spent her whole time after she got back learning that because of all the double dealing and politics and subterfuge that she was, at the whims of while she was in the wilderness. When she's able to get time to learn and grow again, that's what she decides to start learning.
Right. Yeah, that's, I guess, good enough for me. But
and also Misty Misty thrives with bullshit, right? She is bullshitting all of these people, all of the fellow citizen detectives.
Yes.
Right? And that doesn't work when you are stuck in the wilderness with, dozen people.
A closed community who know everything about you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
Right? Like, she can't sell them on anything.
They know you, and they know everything you do all day. You know, it's
Yeah,
like you're
yeah.
never not in the same place with these people. It's essentially a big family, you know?
Yeah. They sort of established her, like, comfort with, like, the doing what needs to be done violently and a little bit gleefully, like with the taking off Coach's leg and stuff, and, like, kind of finding her place in that, and, like, so then that sort of works with, like, I had to kill her with the cigarette, I didn't have another choice, sort of thing. But then beyond that, I'm not seeing how, like, seeing Misty in this episode and then seeing also her during adult Misty and then child Misty in this episode, I'm like, I still am not seeing how these are the same.
25 years.
I know.
There's a lot of time to learn, and some of them have, and I think she's still emotionally stagnated like the rest of them, but she, she's picked up skills because you would, Makes sense. And we do have to definitely say R.I.P. to our favorite hater, Mari.
Yeah.
Because who are we gonna hate now?
Mari.
I can't
She's
just
the
keep
pit girl.
hating Ty.
It was revealed after all this time.
All this time, and like, you said when we were like realizing, all of those locks of hair are just Mari. Like, I don't think that is what was envisioned.
Of course not.
In that first
when
scene.
they drew that picture for the concept art pitching the show, that's in the first episode. It's got to be the idea is that every lock of hair she's wearing is a different girl they've killed and eaten,
Yeah.
Whereas instead, I mean, they were talking about the hunt process though, like they had more of an understanding of how it all goes.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like it was
we saw
an
them
integral
do it to
part of-
Javi and nobody, or to like Natalie, right?
Once,
and then
it
wound
didn't
up with
even
Javi.
work out right. Yeah.
But now they had like, that's the horn, it's over. I mean, I guess maybe they made all these rules, but they seemed more familiar with it.
Yeah.
As
It did seem
opposed to
that
this
way.
being the first one.
Yeah, which is why I'm sort of thinking, like, they took so much time getting to this, getting them to this point of almost like accepting and gleefully like engaging in it. And I feel like they took too much time doing that. And then maybe the whole, like, maybe this is the end of the show. We have to, like, wrap this up.
Yeah.
And it's like,
You can't
now
leave it open.
Yeah. I never imagined Pit Girl as the first, like,
No,
cruel hunt.
I always thought it was the very last thing they did. I thought that it was like the final stage of what they became out there,
Yeah.
And that the hunt would evolve into, like, obviously, I thought the idea of the Punji Pit, too, was that, like, something that they would incorporate eventually after doing this a few times.
Put a bunch of, like, booby traps around.
Exactly, and then they don't actually have to have a hand in killing the person. It's like the wilderness will decide if you fall in the traps or not, Then, so, yeah, but, I mean, and that could have been their original idea as well. But yeah, it seems like they maybe rushed a few things to bring it full circle because they didn't know. Yeah, and I'm thinking back now to the end of season 2 that Lottie was, I can't remember which one of them, when they were doing the draw at her compound as adults, when she said to somebody, "Are you refusing the draw? Because you know what that means." So that implies that somebody refused to take a card at some point. And they had an understanding, but like, so we're going to have more hunts before they can get rescued.
Right.
For that to fully make sense. Otherwise, it's little sloppy Joe.
Do we know what the symbol means or is, or why it popped up on all the trees and stuff?
Yeah, no.
We don't know why that was there.
We don't know why it's significant
Or
to them.
why it was
really.
laid out
Yeah, so
in
that's-
the cabin attic.
Exactly, yeah. That is a big, major core mystery of the show. The symbol is barely around anymore, but like they need to show us what that symbol was created to mean and what people were using it for before the girls found it.
There's also a cabin with a plane in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
We don't know whose it was or like have any information about like, it's like they introduce these elements of like, why is this here though? Like I feel like we asked that question, like, why is this here? And like there's a plane here, and like why is that here?
And
I would still like to know
Javi's
the
friend.
answer.
Javi said he had a friend.
Yeah,
friend
right,
told me not to come back.
Right, yeah. Javi survived for like a long time, and we're supposed to
He's a 12-year-old boy in caves in the Canadian mountains.
Yeah,
in
well,
winter.
Eating what? Like
bats.
Yeah,
Coach
right,
was here.
exactly. Was he eating bats? Weren't we supposed to, weren't we sort of almost led to believe that there are like, kind of, like evil, either like, geothermal, like,
yeah, there was heat in those caves.
Yeah, there's heat in those caves, there's the gas, there's the Red River. And you know what? Honestly, like, okay, the pit with the supplies, when it first showed up, when Ben found it, it's like, okay, this is weird. But you know what? They wrapped it up with the frogs coming in. The cabin doesn't need a wrap up if the symbol isn't at the cabin.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
If the symbol wasn't at the cabin could just be, there's
somebody
had a hunting
here.
cabin, they flew in, they died.
He blew his brains out in the attic.
Yeah.
That's it.
Right. But then there's a symbol in there.
And
what does the symbol mean?
There was a cabin ghost.
That's right. He was standing in Jackie's hallucination at her death. So, lots of, and I know people are going to mention the canceled, or I don't know if it was canceled. People talk about a bonus episode from season 2. Why it's only 9 instead of 10 is because the 10th episode was like a flashback about the cabin guy. And it was never produced or never aired or something. But I don't know. People talk about that. So we are aware of that. We talk about the show as it's presented to us.
Right,
meta text homework stuff does not factor into our thoughts or discussion.
And I still want to know that stuff, though.
Yeah, if it's not in the show, it doesn't exist. You know?
Don't keep spinning yarns, though. Start tying these knots for me. So
we need season 4 to do that stuff.
Yes, exactly.
That do it for Yellow Jackets season 3?
Yeah, I thought it ended strong. So
overall thumbs up.
Yes, definitely. So thanks so much for watching with us, everybody. When season 4 comes out, we will be watching that too.
We will.
So, yep.
Yeah. And watch all our other videos and series and stuff.
Definitely. The more you watch, the happier we are. So, but in the meantime, and until then, or whatever, I'm Nate.
I'm Lewis.
I'm John.
And this is Ketchup Packets.
It's Ketchup Packets.